So, good evening. Welcome back to another show. And yeah, I'm John, and tonight I'm going to do live Q&As. You can ask any football questions you want, and whether it be Newcastle or whether it be any in the Premier League or anything in Europe, any questions you want. Yeah, so just fire away, basically. And if you do like my video, could you please stick a like on the video and also subscribe if you are new as well. Got a big game tomorrow against Tottenham at St James's Park tomorrow with 2:05 kickoff. I will be on a live watch along with Paul, the team review, and also I'm going to be on full time hosting the fan cam show 8:30 because Barry is going to be at work. He'll probably be back on time, but I'll be hosting his show instead 8:30. So any fans want to come on, get something on their chest, talk about the DS game, have they say, just come on tomorrow, give me more details. I'll have a little song tomorrow. And like I said, please smash the likes up as well. Subscribe if you haven't already done that. And I've got another 12 more people. I've got another 12 more I need to hit myself to 600. So yeah, that'd be fantastic. Evening, John. Hope you're doing. Hope you're okay. Evening, James. Hope you're well, mate. I'm fine. Just one time asked me, ignore that. Not on the phone at John Lennon, are you? Oh, better not be. Nah. He'll probably be in bed. In any case, try to force him to fake an injury so he doesn't play it tomorrow. Well, I hope he doesn't play it at all, to be honest with you. Jules, even John would feel well. And even John, bet you on the phone at John Linton. You're the second one to say that. And I've got the first question that I need to Jules. John, do you think the players will turn up or would it be the usual? For me, it'll probably be usual as well. I looked at Gavin Peacock's tweets earlier on, and he's basically saying the 3-point rule, what needs to be done. And one of them is it needs no motivation. Yeah, definitely doesn't need any motivation at all whatsoever, if you know what I mean. But I don't feel confident going to the game tomorrow. I think he's going to pick his favourites. Henrik, Shelby, Lascelles, and Joe Linton pick his favourites. And for me, we're going to get taken to town tomorrow anyway by 3-0 tomorrow. That's my prediction right there. So if you've got any questions you want to ask us, we're going to Newcastle, are we going to stay up? Are we going to get relegated? What team's going to be tomorrow? Just whack it underneath. Whack it in the comment sections down below. And smash the likes up and subscribe if you already done that. And I've got my guy Chibaz. He's a Joe Linton fan as well. How much do you love Joe Linton? Well, actually, I don't. Because at the end of the day, I want this guy out before anyone's coming in. So, I just hope he doesn't get picked tomorrow. So, I got James Kraft, Hendrik, Shelby, Joe. If all starts, what will be your immediate thoughts? We are going to get absolutely slaughtered, man, because those 4 players are not good enough. Kraft, ain't good enough. Hendrik, biggest waste of space I've seen at Newcastle. Shelby, legs have gone, he's done. Joe Linton, so never was good enough and still not good enough. Sorry. I mean, I don't know what people are getting this guy. I don't know what boost season him because he costs 40 million quid. That's all it is. That's why he's picked him. So I got Jules. Let's put snipers on different locations and tell the players that will maybe give them some spirit. Yeah, that's what we haven't got in Newcastle United at the minute, and that's spirit. You need the spirit, you need a heart, you need a passion, and you need to be driven. You're going to play for a club like Newcastle United, and unfortunately, half of those players and most of the players are not good enough at the club. Sorry. But yeah, I just got back from Northumberland, got back to Bristol, seen my son for nearly 2 weeks, actually, as I speak. And the last I was with, yeah, I think she's lovely, but let's be real about it. I mean, she's not a good SBS at the minute sort of thing, and she's been in a marriage for 5 years, and she's got a lot of trust issues sort of thing. And although she's lovely, I just cannot get involved with that if they've got trust issues, you know what I mean? Now she's got two kids, 2 separate dads on one of them, and you know what I mean? The thing is, my son wants us to move up to Newcastle, right? But I can't really do that at this moment in time unless we are a proper family 100%. So I will not be giving up my job if even things don't work out. So I got Carol Ritchie, Spirit. I think Carol and Ritchie should come in the team tomorrow, if I'm honest with you, because look, we need leaders, we need goals, we need the service. And those two players can do it. Matt Ritchie, I love him for his leadership, yeah, but at the end of the day, right, he's not the player that he was, but he does offer you leadership and talking. That's what they need. Talk as. Thoughts on Fierce's performance of Scotland, 2-2 for him. Wow, he seems to be doing it in a Scotland shirt. Do you know what I mean? But he just doesn't do it for Newcastle United. And here's my thoughts on Ryan Fierce, guys. I'm not gonna lie, but he did not want to be at Newcastle United. He was forced to sign for Newcastle, and he just didn't want to be there. And since he's been there, he's just been mourning. And for me, I don't want to play like my club with an attitude like that. He done it at Bournemouth. I don't want him doing it for Newcastle United because at the end of the day, right, Evo's a damn good player on his day, but his attitude is so wrong. Go and check out John Gibson's and Andrew Musgrove on their Things Black and White podcast. John Gibson really ripped him a good one. He really did. And Malcolm McDonald did it the other day as well. So keep those questions coming in, and please, if you just leave the comment sections down below, I should do the best I can. And you could ask us about, are we going to stay up? And are the players good enough to stay up for Newcastle? Has Steve Bruce lost the players? Does he deserve a new contract? If he keeps us up? According to Luke Edwards, wow. That came out and nearly got me guts going. Ridiculous. And I got Leila here. Hope you're okay, mate. Do a combined 11 Brighton and Newcastle. You can do it on a good software called Create Formation. Check it out, please. Yeah, I'll try and check it out at some stage, you know what I mean? But if you can do it, cool. But at the end of the day, that's another channel I want to do. That's another one to do this channel called Combined 11. I would love to do that because at the end of the day, I would have loved to do it every week. But unfortunately, there's going to be 3 or 4 players going to get into the team because they're simply aren't good enough. Simple as that. So there you go. Problem is, we don't have that many good players, in my opinion. Yeah, I could pick about 4, 5 max, maybe. That's the lot. And if I do my player of the season player ratings, end season player ratings, end of the season, I can't see many people are going to get 7s or 8s, to be honest with you. There's only going to be 2 players going to get that. I got Tuesday. Has Bruce lost his mind? I think he has, you know. Check his press conference yesterday. It's an absolute joke. Absolute joke. And Jim has Fairs already signed up because Wilson did. That's what it is. I'm getting a lot of reasons why he only signed for Newcastle, because Spurs, Liverpool also didn't want him in the end. He was hoping those 3 clubs are getting signed up. But at the end of the day, you know, I'm judging Ryan Fierce on his performance in Newcastle, and he's been very disappointed. I've got James there. Bruce says he will not walk. Team reports that if he keeps us up, he will be offered a 2-year extension. What the heck is actually thinking of smoking? Can't just be real about it, guys. In my opinion, why he's doing this, because the war between Ashley and the Newcastle fans is personal. That's what I'm thinking. It's very personal because we keep picking on Mike Ashley because he's doing the wrong things, and yet at the end of the day, he doesn't listen to the fans. He does things his own way, and that is the problem. For me, the fact that the war between Ashley and the fans, I'm sorry, but I don't know what to say, man. And now that's unacceptable, man. You don't upset the fans. You don't split the fans open. Otherwise, what will happen is the fans will have their day. They will have their day, but we're just not doing enough at all, like boycotting games. And I'm afraid we're too loyal as a fan to be boycotting the games. Got Lilligan, Sanchez, Lamptey, Dunk, White, March, Bizuma, he's a cracking player, Hayden, Almiron, Trossard, Wilson, to Maxman. Yeah, you seem to be picking Wilson and Saint a lot, which I think is cool. I think that's not a bad side there, you know what I mean? So just watching the Bologna and Inter Milan game, Inter still win by a goal to nil. Lukaku got the goal. Ryan, hope you okay, mate? I'm absolutely fine. Do you think Ashley thinks it's cheaper to play in the Championship? Look, I said this yesterday. I would rather be in a Premier League, no matter what. But I think personally, if you're in the Premier League, you got more of a chance of sending your club. If you get relegated, then for me, it's going to be harder to sell the club. I mean, I know a lot of people saying the Football League will accept it, but the Premier League won't. But at the end of the day, I think Ashley's doing this because he doesn't want to be in the Premier League. He'd probably be thinking, I don't give a toss. I'm a billionaire. If you get relegated, I don't care. But talking of Ashley doesn't care. He doesn't really care about the club at all whatsoever. I love Newcastle, but the club I love isn't the club of the day, and I'm going to be real about that. So I've got later, what do you thoughts on Iheanacho winning Player of the Month? To be fair, he's been absolutely outstanding. He's been in the chord, really. He's been Jerry Vardy's shadow for quite a while, hasn't he? And he comes in, and he's been banging in some goals, yeah? But decent player. He only cost, what, £25 million? Something like that. But he's got a buyback clause, hasn't he, from Man City. So if they want to buy him back, then they probably get him back at the minute. I don't think they need him for Sergio Aguero be on his way at the end of the season. So, yeah, I'd take him. I think he's a damn good player, him. And James getting, how's pretty much Celtic's boss? Now, just have to announce it. We should have acted sooner. Still would take Guardo, though. Look, I think Chris Wilder's a decent manager. I really do. He plays via a back. He plays a 3-5-2 formation, which he likes doing. And he's got Premiership experience now. And would I take him? I tell you what, I think I'd take him over Bruce, to be honest with you, to know what I mean. But yeah, I'd definitely take him over Bruce. But there's other managers out there as well. I still take Lucien Favre as well, if Ashley allows to get on with the job and does his project. But he's an ambitious manager. I think he's about 58, 59 now. So, and how is Bruce going to get a verbal beating if no one turns up? Well, that's a good question. Well, I'll admit it, he's very, very lucky there's no fans in the stadium now, because if there was, he'd be gone. I'm telling you. He keeps saying that he's not going to walk, But unfortunately, our fans, one day, once the fans gets back in, we're going to see the day. We'll make damn sure he goes. And Ashley needs to listen to the fans and stop being arrogant and putting two things up with us. Do you know what I mean? Thomas, John, I have a question for you. When's your first date with Joe Linton? I bypassed that. You better talk to his wife. Layla, our biggest problem is that we cannot dictate a game in midfield. Now, this is going to be a problem, guys. Our midfield is absolutely a joke. Absolutely a joke. Our midfield is weak. I mean, Shelby's legs is gone. Willock tries his best. But at the end of the day, he needs better players around him. And I think he's still missing Arsenal as well. Henrik, if he plays tomorrow, I'm sorry, not good enough. Not good enough for me. He should never play for Newcastle. We got him on a free, but at the end of the day, he's not for me. Definitely not for me. I've got Lila again, Calvin Phillips or Hayden. Oh, I think Phillips is a decent player. I think I'll go Phillips. It's not just playing for England, but at the end of the day, I think he's an all-around action player. I think he's fantastic. Ryan, who's going to win the derby next season? As things stand, I'm not even going to look into that in a minute, but I hope it's us. Do you know what I mean? But we probably won't have a squad anyway because Ashley's going to fire us out of the club. Our chance to win that Spurs has gone with Son, a regular fit. I totally agree. Our midfield is a spitting image of Bruce, in my opinion. I totally agree there. And we've got our chance to win that Spurs has gone with, yeah, you just said that, mate, honestly. No, listen. I mean, the Longstaffs is not going to play. They're not going to play on the Bruce again. That's my opinion. Also, Elliot Anderson's captain England 18, so I believe that day. And again, Bruce doesn't want to pick him. Bruce doesn't rate Matar. Doesn't rate the Longstaffs, yeah. He doesn't rate the popular players. He picks his favourites. He goes for the experience. The problem is our experienced players are not being good enough, That's the problem. I got Sam again on midfields of legs on mid of ledge. Yeah, he got that one right, They're just simply not good enough, yeah. Please keep smashing likes up and subscribe if you're a new one and you got Tria and Son. Which player from the old firm would benefit us the most? I reckon Tavernier. Yeah, I think he's a decent player. I don't like Rangers, but at the end of the day, I think Tavernier would benefit. I think Defoe would benefit. I do like Jack Kent. I do like him on the left side of midfield. I think he'd be decent, I think he'd be decent for Newcastle. Do you know what I mean? But Celtic's team, I think James Forrest would be all right. Yeah, I think Chris Aja, I've done a preview of him I think it was a week ago. Check him out on that because he's been linked to Newcastle United. £8 million on his last year of his contract. And Edouard, I'd take him all day long. I think he's a decent player. I think Edouard would be absolutely amazing. And I think the 3 I'd take, or maybe it's 4 I'd take, it'd be Tavernier. I'd defer alongside 30 now. I wouldn't have defer. I'd definitely take. Did I just mention then? Jack Kent. I'd take him. I'd take Edouard, and I'd definitely take James Forrest because I think he's decent age as well. I'd take him as well. And good question there, my guy. And Leila, Rudd, Holberg, Morat, and Dombele, Son, Bell, Kane, and World Helpers. We are going to get ripped a good one tomorrow, I'm telling you, especially if they score first. How many times have we came out from behind this season and won the game? I cannot remember. It's been a long time ago. And give it to 3 wins in the last 9, hit against Spurs, and there's been 2 draws for our defeats. Make that 5 defeats by 10 to 4 tomorrow. So, yeah, I'm not looking forward to it tomorrow. There's no way. I don't want to sound negative. I'm not going to be negative at all, but hey, what can you do? You got Rafinha or Saint-Maximin. Rafinha's coming into this game. He really is coming into the game. And Saint-Maximin, that's a hard one. I said it both equal at this moment in time. But Rafinha looks a decent player. And yeah, we got, are we going to stay up? We talked to us in the last 9 games we got left. And should Steve Bruce deserve a 2-year contract or 3-year contract? Extension of his contract? For me, definitely not. But if he does that, then Ashley won't listen to us at all whatsoever. And I'm hearing the reason that Bruce is going to get a new deal. Apparently, it's because he doesn't pick on Ashley, doesn't complain, he doesn't get stressed about it, you know what I mean? And Ashley calling loyalty with passion. Yeah, F off Mike Royers. Get lost. I got Edison and free chat tomorrow, but Wilson will not be ready until the Burnley game. For me personally, I wouldn't pick either until the Burnley game because they're both not match fit enough. They're not. Now I've got Jules again, Maximo Day Long, Law Regis, and 24. Sam, we have not come from behind to win a game this season. I'll make that 6 draws and 18 defeats. Since you've been behind, that ain't good enough. Not good enough at all. And Trey, and so on, so on, do you think it's dodgy that a ref from Manchester keeps reffing either Man U versus Man City? I think it is, you know, because it's Anthony Taylor. He's from Altrincham, isn't he? And he's not far from Manchester, is he? So, I mean, I don't know who he supports, but I don't think he should be refereeing the Manchester derbies at all whatsoever because it's a bit dodgy at the minute, like, you know, it's a bit not right. It's like, who is it? Mark Clattenburg, a Newcastle fan, managing Newcastle against Sunderland. Do you know what I mean? So I don't agree with that at all whatsoever. So I've got Leila. What's your thoughts on Fofana? That performance against Man City was world class. I did watch the match. Didn't see the game today much, but I think Fofana is a decent lad. He's a decent player. 6'3". Cost what, £30 million from NTN? Wow, decent player. I think he's going to be world class in. I don't think he'll be at Leicester for much longer. But as long as Brendan Rodgers at the club, anything can happen. And with ASM, Wilson, and Miron, we are still crap, which makes people think we'll win with them. It's all about the service. If you don't get the service, you don't win the games. But those 3 will have to play. But will Steve Bruce play all 3? Probably not. He'll probably Jay Jolin along the way. But I don't know what's going on, but we have to wait and see what happens tomorrow. I'll be able to watch along tomorrow. My guy, Paul, and he's pretty good. And if we lose tomorrow, check him out on his match reaction at 2:15. I'm sure you have plenty to say. I'll be on the Kev Bootoon chat 6 o'clock. Keep your eyes peeled for that. And 8:30, I'll be on full time. I'll be hosting it because Baz is going to be at work. He'll probably get back on time, but I'll be hosting the show. So any fans got anything to get off their chest, please let us know. I'll send you the link and you'll be coming on as well. Ask some questions about the game. And James in Westbourne, sure, let's turn up and show in fact all up. Did you see the result? I was stunned. Do you know what? I was traveling back from Bristol And when I heard the result, I thought, wow, that's a game. But mind you, Chelsea's down to 10 men, by the way. But believe you me, that was a fantastic performance. I don't know how he did it, but has Sam turned the corner? We're about to see in the next game. If they win the next game and we lose the next 2 games, I think see them catching us up as well, which would be rather embarrassing. I got Lily here. 3 players you would take from Brentford. For me, Da Silva, Tony, Henry, and Dalsgaard. You said 3 players, and you've given us 4. But yeah, it's a bonus one. I'd take the 4 you mentioned. I'd definitely take them. No doubt about it. They're all decent players, and Thomas Frank is doing a wonderful job at that club. He really is. And Jules, if we have Henrik and Shelby central mid, we are beat, in my opinion. I think we are. But there's also been rumours he could be been a 5-4-1. If that is the case, we're knackered. Henrik is like playing with 10 men. You must have Joe Linton. If we pit Joe Linton and Henrik and even Kraft, it's like playing with 8 men. I'll go further than that, man. But just still watching the Bologna Inter Milan game. It's still 1-0 to Inter Milan with 3.5 minutes to go. And it looks a decent game, actually. But I've got Trias' son again. I'll be checking on the lineup before I decide if I'm going to watch. If I see Kraft, Henrik, or Joe, there's a chance I'm pulling myself through it again. Let's be real about it, mate. Let's be real about it, yeah? I mean, I don't know where you live yet, but if you do live in America or Canada or Japan, just, go to the beach. Have the day off, you know what I mean? Or go to bed. Because at the end of the day, let me and Paul do the worrying. Do you know what I mean? But it's like if you're watching in Australia, it'd be about 12 o'clock in the morning there. Japan, we're past bedtime. Do you know what I mean? But you don't want to go through this. Let us do the worrying. Yeah. You just go yourself to the beach and have some pink coladas, you know. I've got James and I've gone for a CDM pair and Work Up Willock and Sean Longstaff. Or would have said Matty, but Bruce we're not using. It's still better than Shelby Henrik pairing any day. I totally agree there. Totally agree. And I got Paul and known that Cabbage ahead to play a 6-3-1. Wow. What can you do, eh? And then good day for me and good day for you, Andy Wood. Sorry your team got beat yesterday. Apparently Nigel Pearson got absolutely ripped a good one. He ripped the players a good one yesterday. And Barry's made me go horse for next season. Newcastle go down. Do you know what it is, mate? Fantastic. You deserve it, guy. You deserve it, my friend. Because at the end of the day, you're a good lad and you're so talented. And Ruda, if you listen to us, my guy, we're definitely going to do a championship championship news at some stage, hopefully next week or in the week sometime. Just let us know and we talk about the championship. And Sam says, as Kraft show and end of Julian play, I tend to stop the win tomorrow. For me, Steve Bruce hasn't learned a lesson. He hasn't even learned at all whatsoever. You know? I mean, when you're on an international break, you've got to change it up. Change things up. Give us something different. Just shock us all. But no. You'd be happy to spend your time in Fulham and Cheshire. Wow, you got those 2 other Steves looking after the teams, you know what I mean? It's absolutely ridiculous, you know what I mean? It's just a joke. So get them out. I'll just say, get them out of the club. Just get them out. I mean, young and platter like plater style like Pedro Neto. Of course we do. Neto's class. He costs a lot of money as well. When you want to do it, John, it's going to have to be Monday won't be a good day. I think Tuesday or Wednesday will be good. So we definitely do that, mate. You know what I mean? Definitely do Tuesday or Wednesday. But I'll definitely let you know, my guy, you know. So get him on there as well. We're going to talk about Norwich top in the league. You've got Brentford, you've got Watford, Swansea. All those teams are batting for the championships. Not an easy league to get out. Do you know what I mean? So it is what it is. It's still 1-0 in Bologna. I've been to Bologna before, like, I do love Italian football. Bologna is a fantastic city. If you haven't been there, please check it out. You'll love it. So please keep smashing the likes up and subscribe if you're new. And Liverpool are winning by 2-0. And that's a little score there. And I've got, Tuesday be fine. Cool. That's fine. You do Tuesday then. I got to set up. I was at a famous game in Bristol City in over 9 Newton Road that brings happiness to Newcastle fans and Chuck and Macklins, even a day over 40 years later. Wow. Good for you, my man. Brilliant. And the way we're playing is embarrassing, or play teams is embarrassing. And James, any of them 4 players were 100% going to concede the game and might as well not come out of the tunnel. Kraft, Shelby, Henrik, Joey. Then I've got Coventry 2, Bristol City 0, 1978. I like to see Bristol City do well, by the way. I really do. And you need Ashley and Bruce gone ASAP. Arbitration is going to happen, so there's still hope, but all of that, in my opinion. Yep, Juice, thanks a lot. Thought you're going to have me on as well. Yeah, just let us know, man. Just let us know. You know what I mean? It looks like I have another busy week next week. You know what I mean? Really busy week. I mean, the Burnley game is on a Sunday. That's an early kickoff, so on a Sunday. So it could be a late dinner for us as well. John, did you see the West Brom early score today? 5-2. Couldn't believe it. Could not believe it. 5-2. They must have given it a right go, West Brom, I'm telling you. They really did. But had it been us, we would have been conceding the game. Do you know what I mean? Crazy, man. I couldn't believe that. So it is what it is. But I just got to say big up to Sam and West Brom. So I got to say, well done to them. Because if they want to stay up, they're going to need to win teams like Chelsea or give it a real go. We don't give teams a go. We're under pressure. But all I say is, if Fulham beat Villa, then, and we don't win Spurs, we'll be in the bottom 3 and we'll be staying there to the end of the season because we are not good enough. And this is another thing. There's no leaders. No leaders at all at the club. I mean, Jamal Lascelles, apparently, I don't know how true it was, but he's going to quit captain Newcastle until all the team members said, no, Jamal, you're staying as captain. Do you know what I mean? To persuade him to stay as captain. Now, if that is true to the word, I tell you what, the players believe in Jamal. Hey, stop pressing John Joe Linton. Need some quality time together. Right, yes. What's your team like for Jamal J? Right, for me, if the back is not well, he's got his wife's just had a newborn baby, so that'd be if I hope the backup players have not, it'd probably be Darlow. For me, personally, I think it'd be Darlow. Right back would be Quinquillo. It'd be Dummett, Lascelles, and Clark again. And the 2 holding midfielders is going to have to be, I like to see Matt Longstaff and Joe Willock. I like to see on the wing side, I want to play Jacob Murphy and Mills at 10. I like to see Richie coming back, but I can't see Anderson playing, and then it'll have to be Andy Carroll at the top. But I'm going to be way wrong, because you know why? Because I just don't think Bruce is going to go with that. He'd pick a spheres like he always does. So you're a good man, John. Deserves all the good things you get. Thank you very much indeed. Julian, how are you doing? I'm okay. I'm still waiting for 12 more subscribers, sort of thing. 12 more subscribers. And that'll get me 600, but I'm fine. Thank you very much. And the story was Lascelles offered to give up the captaincy, but the rest of them didn't want Bruce to give it to Shelby as he's the vice captain. Oh my God. I do not want Sean Joe Shelby anywhere near me vice captain or captain for that matter. Do you know what I mean? Definitely not. But wow, it's all coming out, you know. All the news is coming out because at the end of the day, the club is split. The club is broken. Just absolutely no team spirit at that club at all whatsoever. Now, if that is true to form, then that needs to be questioned next week or even tomorrow after the game because the fans need to know about this. Thanks for that as well. Love the banter, mate. You're good soul, good guy. Thank you very much. Indeed, I appreciate that. Trent having a storm and neat. Ridiculous Southgate leaving on news. That's 3-0 to Liverpool. And Jota got the 3rd goal. So that's 3-0. I tell you what, I wonder what AFTV will make of that and neat, like, you know, because I'll be going on the Arsenal channel with TV Guna soon. she's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Sophie, her name is, and she's absolutely amazing. So we do play. Oh, look at the defence. Was shocking. Absolutely shocking for Arsenal. I don't really got a cheeky cheek. We'll be happy with that. And I got 3-0 to cheer something. Do you know what? I've got quite a few listeners to eat, like, because I didn't expect to get that many, to be quite honest with you. But it's not a bad time, you know. So I think I did have 20 at one stage. So yeah, so far so good. Look at that Arteta, his face looks like a picture. And yeah, so big lunch tomorrow, and then straight on to the game. Cheers on giving Spurs more incentive for tomorrow, I believe so. They must know the result there. Looking forward to tomorrow, and it all depends on the lineup. Dueling accent is mad. I always love Newcastle, you know. But hey, there you go. Stay safe and have a good night. And you as well, Jules. And let's hope we get a game tomorrow. Let's hope we get the 3 points. And I even mentioned that for quite a long time, because believe you me, we are not good enough in Newcastle. We are not. But what else do we know? So yeah, I just looked at Jermaine Ginas today saying that on the Chronicle, saying that it's time that Steve Bruce got the sack. Here's another one. Changed his tune. He said that Steve Bruce is the right man for the job. Now he's saying he needs to be sacked reluctantly. Yeah, I think this guy just flips and he flops, like most pundits do. You know what I mean? Howie. So yeah, and also finished Bologna 0, Inter Milan 1. You guess who scored it? Lukaku. Shreya and Son, I bet Arsenal won't look this bad against us. Definitely not. And I've got, in the small way, I hope we don't perform, because Bruce would take the prayers for it and would never be rid of him. Okay, cool. And I got James in the small way, I hope we don't perform, because Bruce, I just read that, didn't I? What's wrong with flipping comments down below? Nah. Thing is, right, I mean, I'm not being funny, right, but if I go back on Bruce, if he gets a new deal, then we as a fans would just have to just say, right, you know what? I'm not taking this. There's going to be people giving up their season tickets. There's going to be people. I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say. People still turn up. Let's that way. Got a tweet as well. Me guy Alex. Arteta out. Jordan Bristol Jordy. Yay, yeah. He'll get picked tomorrow. I tell you what, though, he'll get picked tomorrow. Real talk. He'll get picked tomorrow. Unbelievable. That's Steve Bruce for you anyway. So, yeah, keep smashing the likes up, and please do that. And, yeah, subscribe if you're new. And I've got to give another 5-10 minutes to go before I wrap up, because I'm feeling a bit tired. I had a long drive today. 6 hours. And don't forget, it's an accumulation of points. I never heard that. I don't hear other managers come out with that term, accumulation of points. I've never heard that. For me, it's just giving a negative attitude. Unbelievable. Don't know what to say. But there you go. And I got George as well. No, not any, in case you have a bit much fun and kids end up injured before the game. Oh, wow. There you go. Yeah, I was just saying it around, so I mean, I was just chatting to my ex, because I saw my son for 2 weeks, yeah. Now, she's a single mom, and she's got 2 kids, 2 dads, which is just embarrassing, you know what I mean? It's not the kids' fault, I get it, but at the end of the day, she's not on a good headspace sort of thing, but what can I say? But I'm not going to go there for a week. Next time I go up, I'll probably go there for a couple of days, and that is that. So, keeping the team yours in the dressing room before the players and as start the game. What do you tell them? What are your instructions? Well, I'll just say to them, go out there, express yourselves, right? You are good players. Go and show us what you can do. Do you know what I mean? Go out there, show us what you can do, have fun, you know? But this manager, I'm sorry, don't seem to say that. He said, keep it tight, be defensive, right? But no, for me, go out there, have fun, and just express yourselves and just go and give it your all. Until then, we're in big trouble. And that's for the game, John. Thanks very much, Paulie P. And yeah, but you know what? If I got to go up next time, so I'll probably go up for a couple of days. I probably won't do a week. You know what I mean? Just do a couple of days, and that's it. Because the longer you stay there, the worse it's gonna be for the last. We got on really well, we really do. But at the end of the day, wow. There you go. So Jordan, I say, play a little George Michael. Careless Whisper before the game. Great late George Michael. Listen, he's a fantastic singer. Him in this time, I'm telling you, he's made some great records as well. God rest his soul, by the way. Paul, John, I thought you would have had Holly on your show, the neat mate. Well, Holly is taking time out in a minute, apparently. She's only doing one show, apparently. And that is John, I don't really want to mention, but if she wants to go on that sort of thing, I wish her all the best, And she's a good person. She's a really good person. I've done a channel on, I think it was Thursday night. Was it Thursday night? Might have been Wednesday night sort of thing. The very next day, so you can take the channel Doom. She's getting a lot of stick. And, I've done that. And, yeah, there's a lot of things going on Twitter, by the way, which I do not want to get involved with. I looked at it, and I don't want to have me say on it. So it's been toxic for the last couple of days. If Holly's listening to us, good evening to you, Holly. And what time are you going live tomorrow, John? I'll be going at 1:30. I should be doing maybe 1:25 as I speak. I should be doing the team lineups. I'll be listening to the Steve Bruce's interview, and hopefully I'll get clips of that as well. And yeah, come out some shite. Honestly, come out some shite like he normally does. I can't take him seriously anymore. This manager should have gone long ago. And hey, what can I say? Get a mute. But yeah, between 1:25 and 1:30, I'll be on tomorrow. And my guy Paul's going to come on around about 10 to 2 times. So he has plenty to say. And we'd love to get you on my channel as his first ever guest. James, thanks so much indeed, man. As soon as you get on there, let us know. And then I can get other channels as well, not just Newcastle fans. I've got contacts who are Man U fans, Arsenal fans, a couple of Spurs fans. And yeah, thank you very much indeed for that. I really appreciate that, my guy. And also, you can come on my channel at any stage, at any time, and which would be fantastic. So yeah, keep smashing the likes up, subscribe if you are new, and just one more thing I've got to say as well. I know I've got to keep saying it before I wrap up. Is just going to do this one first. John, would you go on Steve Rear's channel? He's been doing a lot of blocking lately. Personally, not because he unfollowed us the other day as I speak. I think it's about last week. He unfollowed us last week for some reason. I didn't even said a word to him. So, like I said, I wouldn't be chasing him, sort of thing, and that's all I got to say. I don't want to say too much about him. I don't want to say a lot, but there's a lot of goings on at the moment in time. So, yeah, I've got Keith, first time on my channel. Keith, thanks for coming on. John, how many points do you think Newcastle will get in the last 9 games? I'm looking at this. We're not winning another game, Keith. I reckon the only way we probably get a point against Sheffield United, and we may get a point against Burnley away, but that's going to be real tough. So we're not going to win another game. We're not, because look at those games got left. I just think we're going to struggle. I really do, Keith. But nah, I just don't feel confident whatsoever. Norman Greenbaum's in the sky before the game. That's a classic in the 60s. I think it's the 60s song, that is. I heard it before, man. But it is what it is. I got keep up the good work, John. Ben, thanks so much indeed, my guy. And I've got lots of contents to do as well. I've got to see if I can cram them in, try and do a good watch along, do the reaction. Then I'm gonna go on Keith's not Keith's channel. What's the name? Kev's channel, 6 o'clock. And I will be going on full time 8:30. So I'll probably do the player ratings on Monday. And if I get a chance to do the post-press conference reaction, I will do that as well. So still Liverpool winning 3-0. Should have been 4-0, by the way. And wow. So, yeah, I'm going to wrap this up. But one thing I'm going to say before I go, I've said this a couple of days ago regarding Claude from AFTV, who sadly passed away a couple of days ago. And I would like to say, Claude, rest in peace, and I hope heaven is good. He is a super Arsenal fan. He goes to AFTV. He used to be on AFTV. Used to be on Claude and the Bandsters before he sadly passed away. And he's going to be a big miss. He's such a character. He tells us straight, says how like it is, and he's going to be a sad miss. So Claude, like I say, rest in peace, my guy. And hopefully all the other fans nationwide see the same thing. Listen, I'm going to wrap it up, because like I said, I feel a bit tired just now. I'm going to get myself an early bed. And thanks for joining us anyway. And I'll be back on the watch along tomorrow between 25 past 1 and 1:30 tomorrow. Please join us for that. And please smash the likes up, subscribe if you are new. And listen, go yourself a few beers, lads. And have a great evening. Thanks for joining us. See you later. Bye-bye.